Very inventive and very comfortable, so you don't have to worry about, is the ring going to fit, because of the very inventive and innovative way we did the chain. Okay, this is the bracelet and the pendant. We have 3 minutes on this, I'm being told. That is the woven design. That is the must, okay? It's not going to kink, it's gonna be super, super comfortable. It's that woven look, almost like a bullwhip style, and it is your Lira. Bracelet $79, the pendant is $99, and we do have those 4 flex payments going for you. Bracelet 7 inches in size. This is, if you can, you really should. And by the way, when we're saying pendant, we mean with the necklace. Okay. Paul, you know this is a fave.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful.
White topaz, genuine white topaz too.
So 0.2 carats of white topaz there on the bail. This is a genuine 20 lira coin. And in this instance, we decided to only polish them lightly. Okay,
oh,
so
yes.
they're not plated, so they're only polished lightly, and we left some of the antiquity about it, if you will. The 20 lira has been in circulation since the 50s, 1950s, and they stopped making it in 2001. So there are no more. These are quite hard to come by now. A lot of you are collecting from us different monetary values of the lira. So a lot of you
get your whole wallet going there.
A lot of you have the 20 or the 10 or the 200 or the 500 or the 100. We've tried to offer them all. And one of the things you'll find from us going into this fall season is we're going to offer more and more very rare lira coins.
Oh, good.
So if you do not have the 20 lira yet in the antique finish, then I encourage you, add this to your collection. This is probably the last time I'll be able to do this. And just make sure you don't miss out. Now, the actual woven bracelet, you said woven look, actually. It's actually woven. It's actually woven. This is made in Italy. Has a magnetic clasp, which makes it really easy to put on.
90 left in this bracelet.
I'm not surprised.
Super strong magnets, tucks right in there.
0.2 carats of white topaz, which by the way are mined in Brazil. And that gorgeous 20 lira piece left in its natural state. And look at how we mounted that. See that roll mounting on the side? The coin is completely protected. I mean, I just love, again, the respect that we can show for history and the role that the lira has played in the history of Italy.
There's real reverence for the heritage. We've just been updated, 70 left in the bracelet and just shy of 100 or so in the necklace. There's a lot going on here. This does not seem like it should be even the price of HSN's pricing of the 89 and the 115. But the bracelet is 79. Those flex payments, as I've mentioned, $20 for the bracelet per month. Get the extra flex with your HSN card. But then the necklace is even a size that is very wearable, right up by the face at 17 inches, and that is the match. Okay, so that's the partner that you would want. Sometimes the partner is essential. Sometimes you really do want that matching piece. You may not wear it all the time together, but it's good to know you can.
You know my rule.
What is your rule?
If you are the center of attention.
Yes.
It's your dinner party, your movie, you need to wear both. Wear the matchy-matchy. If you're going to somebody else's wedding, don't wear the matchy-matchy. Okay, good advice, good advice. I know we're wrapping this up, and I'll let you know when we're almost totally gone, which is actually right now. Okay. I know we're taking a short break to find out what Adam Freeman is up to. Don't forget that Monday night show every Monday night. Here he is.